Arne Slot has sold an animal who's making history away from Liverpool and scoring for fun. Liverpool transfer news as Mark Guehi battle grows amid Federico Chiesa approach. Liverpool told to pay £100 million to sign Mo Salah replacement in 2026. Let's dive into Reds. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with every twist and turn in the transfer window. Arne Slot has sold an animal who's making history away from Liverpool and scoring for fun. Mohamed Salah ended his 6-year Turf Moor drought when he converted a 95th-minute penalty to rescue the 3 points in a 1-0 win over Burnley. The Reds embarked on a frivolous summer rebuild project at Anfield as several long-standing first-team stars departed for pastures new. Harvey Elliott completed a move to Aston Villa on deadline day, and he was the final established senior squad member to be moved on after a host of new star-studded additions were acquired. However, as British record signing Alexander Isak was excluded from the matchday squad and Hugo Ekitike struggled to find the solution against a stubborn Burnley defence, one forward who Slot allowed to leave Anfield this summer was making his history at his new club. Luis Diaz makes Bundesliga history at Bayern Munich. According to Imia Sanmia on X, Luis Diaz became the fourth Bayern Munich signing in history to score in all 3 of his first Bundesliga appearances for the club. Diaz has joined illustrious company alongside Ruggiero Rizzatelli, Luca Toni, and Mario Mandzukic in the record books at the Allianz Arena. The 28-year-old scored in the 29th minute during the 5-0 win against Hamburg on Saturday as he takes his sensational Bundesliga tally to 3 goals and 2 assists in his opening 3 fixtures. Despite Diaz enduring an underwhelming DFB Pokal debut, he has hit the ground running in Germany and has added a new dimension to Vincent Kompany's attack. As TBR Football previously reported, Diaz felt it was the right time to leave Liverpool after winning the Premier League title last season, meaning he left England having claimed all domestic silverware on offer. Indeed, Diaz could have remained at Liverpool for the foreseeable future had the club reached a compromise with the player's entourage regarding a new deal. Slot instead allowed the Colombian to depart Anfield and has placed his trust in Cody Gakpo to be the leading man on the left flank for the Reds. And the Dutchman has proved invaluable after also enjoying an impressive start to the campaign. Luis Diaz has been an animal for Bayern Munich. Colombia teammate Kevin Castano described Diaz as an animal when the River Plate midfielder commented on the forward's Instagram post following the win over Hamburg. Diaz enjoyed his most productive season in a Liverpool shirt last term as he notched 17 goals and 8 assists across all competitions. And while many Reds supporters will question the decision to sell a star forward in the prime of his career, the results at the beginning of the season indicate that the move has been beneficial for all parties. Slot is building a Liverpool side of his own design, and had Diaz remained at Anfield, he would undoubtedly have been facing a battle to retain his place in the starting lineup. Whereas in Bayern, he is thriving as an integral player in Kompany's plans and playing some of the best football of his career. Liverpool told to pay £100 million to sign Mo Salah replacement in 2026. Liverpool eye Michael Olise as future successor to Mohamed Salah. Liverpool are already looking beyond their record-breaking summer spending as manager Arne Slot and the club's hierarchy prepare the next stage of their squad evolution. Central to those plans is Bayern Munich winger Michael Olise, viewed by many within Anfield as the natural long-term heir to Mohamed Salah. Strategic vision for Salah's eventual successor. Liverpool invested around £440 million on new talent during the recent transfer window, a statement of intent designed to strengthen their title defence. 4 wins from 4 league matches, including a late victory at Burnley, suggest the champions are well placed to challenge again under Slot. Yet the club's decision-makers are already plotting the future. Salah and Virgil van Dijk signed extensions this summer that keep them at Anfield until 2027, but both are in their 30s. Liverpool know the need to plan ahead, particularly for Salah, whose influence on the right wing has defined an era. Reports have identified Olise as the priority option to take on Salah's role when the time comes. The French international has blossomed since leaving Crystal Palace for Bayern in 2024, and his performances have made him one of Europe's most coveted attackers. Price tag for Olise already escalating. Transfer journalist Pete O'Rourke has confirmed Liverpool's interest, while warning that prizing Olise from Munich would be far from straightforward. It's more than just Liverpool who will be looking at Michael Olise, his career is just going up and up, O'Rourke told the Inside Track podcast. All top European clubs will be interested in Michael Olise. He's not going to be easy to get out of Bayern, though. He's under contract at the German club until 2029, and Bayern Munich won't want to lose him. You're talking huge money to get him out of there. You'd be looking at £100 million for Bayern to sell him. German outlet Absolut Fußball have suggested the eventual figure could be even higher, with talk of £129 million or more. Offers in the amount of 150 or 160 million euros from clubs of the quality class Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester City or Liverpool FC would then not be a big surprise, they wrote. Why Olise fits Liverpool's long-term plan. Olise's numbers speak for themselves. In his first season at Bayern he recorded 23 goals and 20 assists across competitions, immediately proving he can deliver at the highest level. He has started the current campaign in similar fashion, contributing 5 goals in as many matches. The profile is precisely what Liverpool need. Salah has set extraordinary standards since his arrival in 2017, but planning succession is a hallmark of well-run clubs. Slot, alongside sporting director Richard Hughes and CEO of football Michael Edwards, appear determined to make sure the transition is as seamless as possible. Daily Mail journalist Lewis Steele has echoed that sentiment. As for Michael Olise, I certainly cannot rule that one out. They want a long-term Mohamed Salah replacement in the next summer or two, and the early noises are that Bayern Munich's former Crystal Palace star Olise could be right at the top of their shopping list. What comes next for Liverpool? For now, Liverpool's focus remains on maintaining their perfect start to the Premier League campaign, but the conversation around Salah's eventual successor will not go away. Olise's rapid rise in Germany ensures he will remain at the center of speculation. Liverpool have shown they are willing to spend heavily to secure the right talent. If Olise continues his trajectory, the Merseyside club could well be forced to break their transfer record again to secure the man they believe can define the post-Salah era. Liverpool transfer news as Marc Guehi battle grows amid Federico Chiesa approach. Liverpool will be turning its attention to matters in Europe this week after continuing its perfect start in the Premier League, albeit not in the most convincing fashion. Mohamed Salah's late penalty saw the Reds make it 4 wins out of 4 at Burnley to stay top of the table, with the next assignment being Atletico Madrid in the opening game of the Champions League on Wednesday. That game is expected to see Alexander Isak make his debut for the club, with Liverpool's record signing finally getting his chance after arriving on deadline day. Speaking of signings, speculation continues over what business could be next after what was a busy summer. Marc Guehi, Crystal Palace. Interest is growing in Marc Guehi after Liverpool's deadline day move for the Crystal Palace captain collapsed. The Mirror has reported on Manchester City joining the race for his signature next summer, but plenty of other clubs are said to be interested, with Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan and Juventus all said to have been alerted to Guehi's availability next summer. There is a big pull for the England international to stay in the Premier League though, with Liverpool and City seemingly leading the way. A January move has been ruled out, with Guehi said to have reiterated his commitment to Palace this season. ASPR Liverpool.com. There was always going to be a danger of interest growing in Guehi the moment the deadline day move to Anfield fell through. Even with Liverpool having done the groundwork and made its interest clear, you can't really blame him if he decides to weigh up his options next summer. Hopefully staying in the Premier League proves to be his priority, otherwise there's a chance Liverpool might not even get another chance. All of those European teams mentioned will be able to negotiate a pre-contract agreement with Guehi from January, so if a move away from England appeals to him, there will be an opportunity for him to have his next move secure before the end of the season. Federico Chiesa, Liverpool. Besiktas made a late play to sign Federico Chiesa on loan this month, Fabrizio Romano has told Give Me Sport. The Turkish transfer window only closed last week, and it's claimed that Besiktas approached Liverpool to take Chiesa on a temporary deal worth $5.9 million, €5 million, after he had been left out of Arne Slot's Champions League squad. Liverpool though was not prepared to let Chiesa go, while the Italian is also said to have wanted to stay at Anfield in order to fight for his place in the side. Man City could brutally hijack Liverpool's priority transfer deal as Brentford targets £17 million wonderkid. There may be plenty of time before the transfer window reopens in January, but the gossip columns are still full to bursting, so we're back with our regular daily roundup of the biggest new Premier League transfer rumors to help keep you up to date. We start today with a story from the Daily Mirror which suggests that Manchester City are ready to rival Liverpool for the signature of Marc Guehi when his contract with Crystal Palace runs out, with City said to be huge admirers of the England international. The late collapse of Guehi's £35 million move on transfer deadline day has opened the door not only to City but a host of other clubs, with Barcelona, Real Madrid, Inter Milan, Juventus and Bayern Munich all said to be ready to make a move next summer. None of these teams are suggested to be making a bid in January, with the possibility of securing a fee-free deal seemingly rather appealing to a host of teams. Guehi is expected to resist any efforts from Palace to tie him down to an extension before he leaves at the end of next June. Brentford hot for young Bundesliga prospect. Over to a team whose scouting is seldom off the mark, now, according to Sport Witness, via Bild. Brentford are hot for Borussia Dortmund youngster Al-Mujra Kabir and have already made contact in order to arrange a transfer over the winter. The 19-year-old left-back has only played 135 minutes of senior football, but the Bees are already said to be willing to invest €20 million to secure his services in January, which amounts to about £17 million. Dortmund have no desire to sell Kabir, but the size of the potential deal could see their arm twisted, and such a deal could now become a reality. There's no word on how far advanced any discussions might be. Arsenal and Manchester United set to scrap over Ajax starlet. On the subject of Premier League teams looking to sign some fresh talent, let's wrap up with a story from Caught Offside which alleges that both Arsenal and Manchester United are keeping a close eye on Ajax 17-year-old Jordi Mokio. The Belgian midfielder is attracting serious attention from a few teams, with Chelsea, Real Madrid and Barcelona all mentioned in passing, but United and Arsenal get the headlines for their interest, implying that they're close to the front of the queue. Ajax are said to be keen to keep hold of the defensive midfielder and have no pressing need to sell, but apparently an offer of around €25 to €30 million, pound 21.5-26m, could force them to reconsider. Mokio's priority, apparently, is to ensure he's with the right club for his long-term development.